Ooh-wee, Lordy me, it's a good Monday. A good Monday, a busy Monday, but a good Monday. So happy Monday to me and happy Wednesday to you guys. Hey, so I got a bunch of stuff taken off my walls, and I even took off there was they used to have this people must have had accent security alarm because that old thing was still on the wall, and there's a big hole. Hang on, I'll go show you. Come on. Look how naked my walls are. I didn't take that off yet. I will, whenever I get ready to do stuff. But I took out this. I got holes to patch and holes to patch, and I took that off. I didn't the first time. I didn't even know that was a thing. So I'm gonna kind of try to sand it a little bit, make that a little smoother. And but anyway, so there, and then look how naked this room is. Oh, I'll show you what I was talking about this crack. I saw some videos on TikTok where you're supposed to take a knife and cut into it and cut it out. Looks like somebody already tried to patch it before. That's what I'm guesstimating. It ain't like my patch is going to be any better, but it keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And it's just, it's an old house, and that's the way these old plaster walls are. Hey, I remembered. Look, it's just chipping away. See that? That's just old plaster. Well, I'm invested now. Oh, that up there be better if I could. I can't get it. I can't reach it. Oh, come on. Well, this is what happens when I do dumb stuff. Like, it's 9 o'clock past my bedtime. But anyway, so I'm going to try to do what I saw where they cut it out and put some stuff in it. And I don't know, might look worse. But anyway, so we're going to try to fill in that. And then here's another crack that goes here. And there's a crack that goes up the ceiling. I'm debating on taking those hooks out. But then I'll have to patch that. And I don't know, I don't have like a ceiling paint. But anyway, so yeah. And I have some spray texture. So, so it won't look so smooth in certain areas. I bought some of that because they should, if you're going to fill in a hole, you should spray some texture on it. So that way it kind of matches the rest of it. But anyway, so yeah. Wait a minute, did I lock this? I about wrung my neck today. I went to get the mail and dadgum, this was unlocked. I don't know what I was smoking. But anyway, so yeah. So it's like an echo in here. Oh. This is where their old security alarm was. You can tell Terri painted around it last time. See, that's the color of the wall, and that's the color of the trim. Everything was all the same color when I moved in. Anyway, in here is the other side of that hole. That's where they had the wires going through. I just kind of tucked them down there. I'm like, that's all right. That's a good spot. Evidently, they were not connected because I didn't get shocked. So, yeah. So anyway, so I've started the naked process. Good morning. There, when I was a kid, how was it? How did it sing? Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, dear Terri. Good morning to you. My mom would sing that, trying to make me be a little more cheerful when she was waking me up for school, but I don't know if it really made me cheerful or not. When you're a little kid and you stayed up too late. Of course, back then it would have been reading. It definitely was not, like the gaming and all the stuff that they have nowadays. But if you stayed up too late back then, it would have been reading or maybe a puzzle or something like that. It sure wasn't homework, I can tell you that much. I was not up late doing homework. I can't tell you how many times I had to. So I was just bad. I was just bad at doing what I was supposed to be doing, okay? And so, like my 5th grade year, and remember, this is a private school, so, it was a private school, Christian school. And back then, at this school, if it's, it ain't that my parents were, anyway, it was, It was a Lutheran school. And the way it was set up, well, forget it. The way it was set up was if you belonged to the church, then, your kids could go to church for free. Of course, you had to pay for lunches and all the things, but there was no actual tuition, which Mom said they actually are changing that this year because the church is getting smaller. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But when it was a private school, and so my parents knew my teachers, and in fact, they were probably in Bible study with them, or known them their whole life, or in couples clubs or whatever with my teachers. But anyway, so I was such a bad student that my 5th grade year, I had a little notepad, and every day I had to bring it to school, and my teacher would write my assignments on it, and then she would sign it. And then I'd have to take it home and have Mom and Dad look at it, and they would make sure I did it, and then they would sign it. So for my whole 5th grade year, that's how I had to do my homework, because otherwise I wasn't about that homework life. I was about I didn't care what kind of grades I got back then. I think I started caring in around 9th grade, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so I was that kid. Dang it, I got beef. I have beef all over my desk here. But yeah, so I don't know where that story came from, but I just thought I'd share that. 6th grade. Or 5th grade. And then in 6th grade, one of my best friends and I, we decided to see who could get the worst grades. Yeah. So I come home with some D's and C's. I don't know if I had an F or not. Oh, man, I was at the age, my parent. I'm 52, so my parents had corporal punishment. So there were whoopings, and grounding didn't really work for me for whatever reason. Now sitting still worked for me whenever I was really little, but I needed that jolt. Not they didn't hit my head, but anyway. So I'm just saying I had a lot of paddling growing up because I just school was not my thing. I think looking back at things now, like I remember my mom had asked my 2nd grade teacher if I need to be tested, and that teacher said, well, Terri just marches to the beat of her own drummer. We can handle her here at school, and we know her well enough, and we can pass that information on to the next year teachers. So whatever my issue was in grade school, yeah, I probably should have been on medication. But what do you do? Anyway, all that. That's a whole long of talking. But I had to talk about something while I cut it up. So I got my burger, and then I have a couple bites of pork chop. Last night I cooked a pork chop. My pork chops are always dry. And then it's a 93% ground beef, so that's going to be like... So anyway, so I got that. I put a little ketchup and this is going to sound fancy, and my no sugar added sweet pickle puree. Got my salad. I'm eating with this because I done forgot. I didn't bring a spoon, and I got one back here, but I'm like, I already dirtied up this one because I knew I needed a fork to cut that. So I've already dirtied up this plastic, so it'll be all right. These are the salads that I made this weekend. Made them Saturday. I got my cast iron done. I don't know what day that'll come up, but I got that. I got that done. Bertha's all shiny and smooth. Not smooth. I don't know what Bertha went through in her lifetime. She is not smooth. It's all bumpy, and I stripped her down and stuff, so it's just the way the metal itself is. And it's not a purposefully thing, because like I have one that was like hammered to be neat, like little indentions, but Bertha just has these like bumps and lumps sticking up. And bless her heart, so she's been through the ringer in her life. But she's good girl. So all right, well, that's what I'm gonna eat. We're gonna go out and about here in a little bit. Let's see, it's about 10:40. And we're going to go out and about, because the way it works is our center, some of our clients have some kind of funding, and our center has the job of monitoring that the funds are being used correctly. And so some of my nurses and I, we go to the client's home. It's a residential home. And we go in and we look, okay, are they getting their medications, as they're supposed to? Is the residential facility charting when the client refuses? Does their medications match the doctor's orders? Does the med cart have the medications in the right way? Kind of like when state comes into the nursing home and does their audits. It's kind of like that. So that's what we're going to do. We just have one client, so we just look at that one client's chart today. And then on the 14th, we go and we do it out in another county. And I think there's like 15, I don't know, 10, 12, whatever, 10, 15 people. And so we'll do it out there, because they have 3 different places that we do it with. So, well, that's what I know. So you're in the loop. I'll see you at Leper. We went to the residential home. You may not be able to hear me. Let me show you where we're at. Tawanda's getting a bath. This is one of those you pull through. And for my lunch, this is what I'm doing. Getting Tawanda a bath, and then I'm going to vacuum her out. This is my lunch break today. I like these things. You just get to ride. It's like a little old person, roller coaster, except there ain't much rolling and more coasting. Hi, I'm home. It feels very echoey. I wonder how the acoustics are. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I used to sing tenor in the choir with the boys. And they wanted, every year you could sign up to go to the, oh my gosh, it was the, like to go to state, you could sing like a duet and quartet. And back then there was no mismatching of people and their genders. And the guys that I sang with, they went to our teacher. And they said, we want Terri to sing with us in the men's octet. She was like, she can't. And they're like, she's just one of the guys. She's like, yeah, but she can't, because she can't be in the men's octet. Anyway, my dad came home just dying laughing. She didn't tell me. Dad came home just dying laughing because the choir was it was just like a music and ag building. So the band and the choir and the ag stuff was all in the same building. Anyway, teacher, she just come over there just rolling and laughing and laughing and laughing. And he's like, well, what is wrong? And she's like, your daughter, these boys want asking me if Terri can be in the men's octet with. So anyway, yeah, so they wanted me to be in the men's octet with them. Because I sang tenor and I'm just one of the guys. So anyway, so tonight's supper, it's not a salad. It looks like a salad. It looks like a big old hot mess is what it looks like. And it is a big old hot mess. I've got like some jicama. Ooh, this stuff is turning. That's not a bad one, but here. This stuff is turning brown. That's all right. This is more savory. It ain't like moldy. I got some yellow onion. Tomato rutabaga. Oh! Red onion. Over here, no sugar added sweet pickle. No sugar added bread and butter. Underneath, there's a little bit of my Greek salad. Oh! Mom liked my Greek salad. Listen, I got to blow, so hang on. What was I going to tell you? It's gone. I was talking about the vegetables. Oh, Mom. Good job, Terry. Listen, sometimes you got to pat yourself on the back, but let me tell Mom's story before I do that, because I'll forget again. She said that Greek zucchini salad that I brought her, she said she really liked it. She said she had about a 1/4 cup of water and then like a little bit of some sweetener, and it's great. So anyway, so yeah, she liked it. So I told her, I said, I just use a slotted spoon and pull out my vegetables and cut up some more to put in there. So anyway, so yeah. So did I tell you guys? If I did, too bad, I'm telling you again. I was at Walmart Saturday, and the worker was there in the produce section putting things up, and I was like, dang it, you guys are always out of zucchini. And she looked down, it was right in front of her knees. And I was like, I was like, but why are you guys always out of zucchini? I can never find zucchini. And we both looked down and I was like, oh, yeah. She said, we were laughing, we're like, yeah, because people buy 4 zucchini at a time. We were just laughing. But anyway, oh yeah, pat yourself on the back. You know what? I heard on the radio this morning on K-Love, Amy, I think is the girl in the morning, and she said that her kid's mirror has been really bad lately, just gross. And my brain went to, oh, he's popping pimples and it's getting all over the mirror. And she said, she said she walked in and heard him like all excited, and she peeked in and looked, and he was high-fiving himself in the mirror. He was like high-fiving, so there were handprints on the mirror. And she's like, son, I love your enthusiasm. And she said, but could you just not do it in the mirror? He said, well, Mom, sometimes I gotta cheer myself on. He said, sometimes other people aren't around. So, you got to cheer yourself on. And so I'm saying that to y'all. I say it all the time. Good job, Terry Bear. Good job. You did a good job. So you need to say that to yourself. If you said no to your weakness today, you need to pat yourself on the back and say, good job, self. If you said no to an impulse buy today, good job. If you said no to buying a 5th dog, pat yourself on the back. If you drank a decent amount of water today, then don't pat yourself on the back. But for real, we do need to pat ourselves on the back, because God made us, and Jesus died for us. He loves us, so he knows we do dumb, boneheaded things, but he also is proud of us. And there's that song, it's like, let's see, something about God made me, and she always says, I make him proud and I make him smile, or laugh, or something like that. She said, I make him proud and I make him smile. I like to say, I make God laugh and I make him smile. Because I like to know that, God's got a sense of humor. He laughs at silly stuff. There's sometimes I'm looking around for something, or I'm thinking something and I get off track, and then I get back on track and something's right there and I'm like, big guy, you did that. You got me back on track. Thank you. So thank him and thank yourself, because you need to thank yourself more often. Be a little nicer to yourself, because I bet you one thing, I bet you're meaner to yourself than you are anybody else. I bet if you saw your friend saying no to something that they shouldn't be eating, you'd be like, good job, friend. Well, good job, Terri. So you need to start giving yourselves the thumbs up and high five yourself and just pat yourself on the back sometimes. It's okay. That's not bragging. That ain't being proud. That ain't being all uppity, and that ain't being against God. That's treating yourself nice, and you can treat yourself nice because you would do that to somebody else, so start doing it to you. All right, love you. Bye. You know dang well I forgot to show you all my food. I showed you the veggies. Then tonight I had pork chops, and so I pan cooked them, and then I took your advice in the comments. You said that when your pork is dry, your pork chops are dry, you put a little pat of butter in there. So that's what I did. I put a pat of butter and I microwaved it. Come on now. It don't take a rocket science to know that butter makes everything mwah. Isn't that called chef's kiss? Mwah, chef's kiss. I better have another bite of that. Make sure there's no bugs in it. Cookies and cream keto chow, half cookies and cream keto chow, and half vanilla. I made a video with these, and I don't remember when it's coming out, but this is one of those. This and I ran 3 times, and it is perfect. Look at that texture. It's like that thick, scoopable texture. I want it to be stiff, kind of like paste. You know the paste you had in school? Now, hang on. He is having fun with that toy. That is S-A-M-M-I-E. Boy, what are you doing? Anyway, I was never one to eat paste or glue. I don't even think I ever ate crayons. I ate boogers, but I didn't eat paste and crayons. So I think I'm a notch up from those paste eating kids. Anyway, my drink of my electrolyte tonight, it's ginger ale. Oh, dang it. There goes the helicopter. Whenever we hear that, we say a prayer. God, please help whoever's on that plane or helicopter. I know you're taking them somewhere. God, please help them to be okay and be with their families. If they are okay or not okay in somebody's life, if they need the helicopters, it's pretty serious, God. So please be with those people. Amen. All right. Anyway, so I had ginger ale Zevia, and I thought, I wonder if ginger ale would taste good with a little bit of heavy cream in it. Yeah, it's all right. But it's got my electrolytes in it, so, you know, I told y'all I've been doing that every night, and it's still working. So, I wish I could remember the date I'm supposed to see my doctor. I have everything on my work calendar. That's why if I go somewhere, like go see a doctor, even my boss, when I go see my boss, and she's like, we need to reschedule for next month. I'm like, let me get back to my desk so I can look at my calendar. She's like, well, it's just the way my brain works. I got to see it on my calendar. But anyway, I keep it on my work calendar because I will have Outlook calendar. Anyway, and so that's how I see everything. All right, that's enough. I'll see you later because I done showed you the food. Now I'm going to eat. Bye. Guys, look what I did. Don't look at the fur on my pants. I took my creamy and dumped it. It was getting really soft fast. So I poured it in with my, what do you call that stuff? In with my ginger ale. Hey, Lori, I'm watching you. It's your weekend vlog, oyster crackers, snacks, food prep, and house prep. So anyway, that's Lori in the background. Anyway, so yeah, I made this. So it's like, this is going to be, so yeah, that's pretty funny. You could do your creamies and put them in a soda.